From KALB, this is a First Alert forecast.
Well, we had a little bit of fog this morning, but I think more dense fog, more widespread fog will be likely as you head out the door tomorrow morning on your Friday morning commute. So I want to give you the first alert and catch you up to speed on what to expect. You'll notice a few hours after midnight, this is about 2 a.m. Some will start to see a little bit of fog develop, others won't. But as we get closer and closer to 4, 5 a.m., there's more confidence that those visibilities will start reducing as that fog starts to thicken. In fact, at times we could even see visibility below 1 mile, and I can't even rule out visibilities below half a mile. Again, during those critical times when you're heading out the door on that morning commute. The good news is while this fog will be a little more dense than we've seen the last few mornings and could stick around a little bit longer, by the time we get to 10 a.m. and a little closer to lunch, visibility should return to a perfect 10, and that fog should be cleared around the region. So with that widespread dense fog expected tomorrow, there is a dense fog advisory for the parishes you see here shaded in dark gray. That's going to be our central and southern parishes. That being said, though, even some of our northern parishes that aren't under this advisory, I can't rule out some isolated dense fog in those northern areas. So you'll want to give yourself a few extra minutes out the door tomorrow morning and also distance yourself a little bit more from the vehicle in front of you. Other than that, we're going to shift to another dry and warm afternoon, and since we've experienced that for the past few weeks, it's no surprise that today's update of our drought monitor shows drought conditions continuing to deteriorate. Moderate drought level 1 out of 4 now expanding a little bit more to the north and even to the east. That includes all of St. Landry Parish and portions of Avoyelles and our other central parishes. You're seeing those pre-drought conditions start to close in on some of our northeastern areas, but our northwestern parishes, we've seen that moderate drought level 1 out of 4. That really hasn't changed much this week. Another minor change, severe level drought or level 2 out of 4, starting to impact more of our southern parishes, including now portions of Evangeline Parish. So we've got burn bans in effect now for all the parishes you see here shaded in red. Even if you're not under a burn ban, I would still strongly discourage any outdoor burning. Where we could see some relief is next week. I want to give you a good first alert here to this next cold front that will likely arrive between the middle and latter part of next week, and this front could finally bring us some rain. That being said, we've already seen it since I mentioned it yesterday. This timeline will likely shift at least a little bit between now and then. So Futurecast will show a very isolated chance for rain on Sunday. Other than that, we're dry until the middle and latter part of next week. You'll see the potential for several rounds of rain as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, and potentially even through the weekend, which is some hopeful signs. Now, the Climate Prediction Center, similar to what I said yesterday, I was like, don't get your hopes up too much for an above average amount of rain. Well, today's update reflects that for the first week of November. They're saying there's a chance that our northwestern areas could see an above average amount of rain, but the confidence is pretty low. As far as the areas you see here shaded in gray, expecting maybe a normal amount of precipitation for the first week of November. There's high confidence zone, those above average temperatures, but there is also a chance we see those temperatures start to fall back into the lower 80s, maybe even upper 70s once that cold front starts to move through next week. Temperatures right now looking pretty nice. We've got mostly 60s around the area, even some low 70s. Overnight lows tonight return to the mid 50s, and we see that cloud cover return as we see that fog start to develop. Can't rule out a few upper 50s and lower 60s in the mix as well. Tomorrow afternoon, we see highs back in the mid 80s for most. So another warm afternoon ahead with temperatures between 8 to 10 degrees above the average for this time of the year. Here's your first alert 7-day forecast. We're seeing that rain start to ramp up, or rain chances start to ramp up. And by the time we get to next Wednesday, stay tuned. I've got that full first alert 10-day forecast coming up at the end of the show.
And tomorrow you're going to be at Friday football at the game?
Yes, I'm excited. It is going to be a little warm though, so might have to wear some shorts.
But live weather forecast.
Yes.
All right, look forward to it.